In the vast universe of Warhammer 40k, relics are more than just powerful weapons. They are symbols of ancient history, immense power, and the deep lore that shapes the galaxy. From the Emperor's own sword to the dark artifacts of chaos, every relic tells a story of forgotten heroes, long-lost battles, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. In this article, we will explore every single Warhammer 40k relic, diving into the powers, origins, and fates of these legendary items. Whether forged by the Emperor's finest artisans or warped by the Chaos Gods, each relic offers a unique insight into the galaxy's most significant events. Let's uncover the mysteries behind these mighty objects. Today, we will talk about every single Warhammer 40k relic explained. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The Emperor's Sword. The Emperor's Sword is one of the most revered relics in the Imperium, said to have been wielded by the Emperor of Mankind himself during the Great Crusade. This awe-inspiring blade is a symbol of the Emperor's power, crafted from materials beyond modern comprehension. The sword is designed for close combat supremacy, capable of cutting through even the toughest of enemies with ease. The Emperor's Sword is a relic blade that emits a blinding aura when drawn into battle. When wielded by the Adeptus Custodes or other high-ranking figures, it channels the immense will of the Emperor to smite foes with divine fury. It is often displayed as a symbol of authority and divine right, and few have dared to wield it since the Emperor's internment in the Golden Throne. 2. The Black Sword. The Black Sword is an infamous weapon wielded by Abaddon the Despoiler, the War Master of Chaos. Forged in the depths of the Eye of Terror, this massive sword is infused with the power of chaos itself. It is said that the Black Sword was once a blade forged by Horus Lupercal, the former Primarch of the Luna Wolves before his fall to chaos. Abaddon's wielding of the Black Sword is a terrifying testament to his mastery of chaos and his unyielding ambition to dominate the galaxy. The sword can cut through nearly any material, and it enhances Abaddon's strength, allowing him to cleave through even the mightiest of foes. The Black Sword is a symbol of Abaddon's role as the leader of the Black Legion, a constant reminder of his unending war against the Imperium. 3. The Lion's Blade. The Lion's Blade is the weapon of Lion L. Johnson, the Primarch of the Dark Angels. This relic is a masterwork blade that has been passed down through the ranks of the Dark Angels chapter for millennia, symbolizing their unshakable loyalty to their Primarch and their quest for redemption. The sword is said to be an artifact forged during the Unification Wars, a blade that glows with the strength of Lion L. Johnson's resolve. The Lion's Blade can cleave through armor with ease and is especially devastating against chaos forces as it channels the Emperor's light. The blade is often seen in the hands of the chapter's chapter master, and when wielded, it draws the wearer closer to the ideals of the Dark Angels, binding them to the chapter's mysterious legacy. 4. The Chalice of Blood. The Chalice of Blood is a chaos relic that is an integral part of the World Eater's worship of Khorne, the chaos god of bloodshed and war. This sacred chalice is used during the Blood Rites, a brutal and bloody ritual practiced by the followers of Khorne. The relic is said to be made from the skulls of fallen warriors, and it is used to collect the blood of those sacrificed in the name of Khorne. Drinking from the Chalice of Blood enhances the power of the bearer, imbuing them with the raw fury and rage of Khorne. Those who partake in the Blood Rites are blessed with enhanced strength, speed, and berserk fury, making them terrifying warriors on the battlefield. The Chalice of Blood is often carried by the Chaos Space Marine champions of the World Eaters, who seek to prove their loyalty to Khorne with every slain foe. 5. The Rod of Torment. The Rod of Torment is one of the most iconic and feared relics of the Thousand Sons, a chapter of Chaos Space Marines devoted to Tzeentch, the Chaos God of change and manipulation. Its history and power are deeply intertwined with the rise of the Thousand Sons during the Horus Heresy, when the chapter, originally loyal to the Emperor, was seduced by the whispers of Tzeentch. The rod embodies the essence of the Thousand Suns' descent into chaos, a transformation marked by a thirst for forbidden knowledge and the pursuit of ultimate power through the manipulation of reality itself. The Rod of Torment was forged during the tumultuous events of the Horus Heresy, a time when the Thousand Suns began their fall from grace. Initially, they were a chapter of sorcerers loyal to the Emperor, tasked with preserving knowledge and spreading wisdom across the Imperium. However, their pursuit of forbidden lore led them to the ever-changing influence of Tzeentch, whose teachings twisted their minds and bodies. As the Thousand Suns delved deeper into the forbidden arts, they began to craft relics imbued with the raw power of the warp. The Rod of Torment was one such relic, forged in the heart of the warp storm that engulfed the Thousand Suns' homeworld, Prospero, and their subsequent betrayal during the heresy. The rod is said to have been created in the dark forges of Tzeentch's realm, where the very fabric of reality is mutable and ever-changing. It was designed to be a conduit of pure warp power, allowing its bearer to wield devastating sorceries that could shape the future and warp the minds of their enemies. The Rod of Torment is a long, intricate staff carved from ancient and eldritch materials. Its surface is constantly shifting, with strange and incomprehensible symbols and patterns writhing across its length, as if the rod itself is alive and breathing. The staff is often described as being obsidian black, with veins of arcane energy that pulse with an unearthly glow, which only intensifies when the rod is used to cast powerful sorceries. The rod's head is often depicted as an angular, jagged design, resembling a demonic eye or a twisted, chaotic symbol that represents the will of Tzeentch. Some interpretations show the rod wrapped in a writhing serpentine form, reflecting the ever-changing and deceitful nature of the Changer of Ways. At the apex of the rod is a glowing crystal that hums with the power of Tzeentch, which intensifies when the wielder summons the power of the warp to cast spells or manipulate fate. The Rod of Torment is a potent instrument for any sorcerer of the Thousand Suns. Imbued with the essence of Tzeentch, it grants its wielder the ability to channel devastating sorcery with ease. This allows them to cast mind-warping spells that can twist the very essence of their enemies. The rod's powers are not limited to mere destructive forces, however. The true strength of the Rod of Torment lies in its ability to manipulate fate itself. Warp energy manipulation. The rod allows its bearer to draw on the unpredictable and potent energies of the warp. These energies can be channeled into destructive spells that can warp reality, manipulate time, and tear apart the minds and bodies of enemies. The staff's wielder can summon violent storm winds of psychic energy, blast enemies with searing bolts of pure warp power, or even bend the laws of nature to manipulate the environment itself. 6. The Fang of Morkai. The Fang of Morkai is a relic of the Space Wolves, a chapter known for their fierce and brutal nature. This massive fang-shaped relic blade is said to have been forged from the teeth of a legendary beast during the Space Wolves' early history. The Fang of Morkai is more than just a weapon. It is a living piece of the Space Wolves' legendary history. Forged from the teeth of a mighty creature, this fang-shaped relic blade carries the spirit and power of the wolf itself. The beast from which the blade was made was said to be a monstrous predator, perhaps even one of the mythical wolves of Fenris, and it embodies the raw power and primal fury that defines the Space Wolves as a chapter. This connection to their fierce heritage imbues the blade with a significance beyond its use as a mere weapon. The Fang of Morkai has been passed down through generations of Space Wolves, always wielded by those who have proven themselves worthy of leading the chapter. It is strongly associated with the Wolf King, Lemonruss, the chapter's primarch, and an icon of their savage and noble nature. The blade is said to have been forged during the Great Crusade, a time when the Space Wolves were in their prime, and it represents their bond with Fenris, the harsh and unforgiving world they call home. The Fang of Morkai is not simply a relic of war. It is a symbol of leadership and a key to maintaining the bloodline of the Wolf King. The blade is a constant reminder that the Space Wolves are a chapter steeped in tradition, a chapter that honors the legacy of their primarch and fights with the untamed fury of wolves. Wielding the blade is seen as both a privilege and a curse, for it marks the bearer as a figure of immense responsibility and power. When wielded in battle, the Fang of Morkai is an instrument of utter destruction. Its massive, jagged edge can rip through the toughest armor and carve through foes with terrifying ease. The blade's sheer size and weight make it a weapon of devastating force in the hands of a worthy warrior, allowing them to cleave through enemy ranks in a manner befitting the wolves of Fenris. The true strength of the Fang of Morkai, however, lies in the psychic resonance it carries. The blade is more than just a physical weapon. It channels the ferocity of the wolf into its wielder. When drawn into battle, it taps into the raw fury that lies within the heart of the space wolves, enhancing the wielder's strength, speed, and stamina. This psychic bond allows the bearer to unleash a frenzied, almost unstoppable assault on their enemies, tearing through them with a savage brutality that only a true son of Fenris could wield. The blade's power also seems to resonate with the lupine spirits of Fenris. It is said that the fang-shaped relic can call upon the fury of the wolf itself, sometimes manifesting in a psychic aura that causes the wielder to strike with even more precision, ferocity, and speed. The bond between the wielder and the blade transcends mere physicality. It is a shared understanding of the primal nature of combat, a tangible connection to the wild, feral world of Fenris. 7. The Black Blade of Landrider. The Black Blade of Landrider is a legendary relic sword passed down through the Blood Angels chapter. Though its exact origins remain unclear, there are whispers among the chapter's sanguinary priests that the blade was forged during the Great Crusade by the Emperor's finest artificers, crafted not only to be a weapon of unmatched lethality, but also to bear the weight of the Blood Angel's curse. The Black Blade of Landrider is said to have been made with a specific purpose, to channel the life essence of those it slays. With each enemy that is struck down by the blade, their soul is absorbed, fueling the blade's power and further enhancing the wielder's strength and resilience. This characteristic makes it a weapon of immense spiritual significance in addition to being a physical tool of destruction. The Black Blade is said to have a peculiar bond with its wielder. Only the strongest champions of the Blood Angels can truly unlock its full potential, using the souls trapped within to both fuel their combat prowess and heal their own injuries, thereby extending their battle longevity. Over time, the Black Blade of Landrider has become an integral part of the Blood Angels' wardgear, often passed down to the chapter's captains or to those who rise to exceptional feats of valor. It has been wielded by numerous Blood Angels leaders, most notably during their darkest days when the threat of the Black Rage threatened to consume their souls. In the hands of a sanguinary priest, the blade holds special meaning. Sanguinary priests are not only warriors, but they also bear the responsibility of maintaining the spiritual health of the chapter by purging the red thirst and guiding their brothers through the dark path of the Black Rage. The blade enhances their role, symbolizing the balance between light and darkness, salvation and damnation. It is said that the blade's power helps sanguinary priests transcend the horrific visions of the past and strike down enemies with cold, calculating precision, purging the galaxy of those who would challenge the Blood Angel's divine destiny. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.